Boiled one. The boiled one is a monster you don't want to meet. It's freakishly tall, towering over you like a skyscraper. Its body is a dark, shadowy blob, almost like it's eating the light around it, making it hard to see where it starts or ends. The worst part is its face. It's a red, gooey mess, like melted wax shaped into something vaguely human. The eyes are deep, empty holes that bore into you, and the mouth twists in this awful, silent scream. It looks like it's been boiled alive, skin dripping and sagging in ways that make your stomach turn. Its limbs are another nightmare. Long, bony arms and legs stick out from that dark mass, way too thin, like they're about to snap. The fingers are stretched out, unnaturally long, twitching like they're reaching for you. The whole thing feels wrong, like it's not supposed to exist in our world. Its body shifts slightly when you look at it, never staying still, making your skin crawl. The red face glows faintly against the black body, drawing your eyes even when you want to look away. And if you stare too long, it messes with your head, trapping you in memories or freezing you in place. Classified as PHEN 228, the Boiled One is a cognitohazardous creature. The Boiled One first appeared in a hijacked rerun of a 2003 kids show called Tree of Heaven. The broadcast glitched, the screen flickered, and suddenly the red, melting face filled the frame, sending viewers into paralysis and panic. Despite its horrifying effect, the Boiled One doesn't kill. Its real power lies in leaving you awake inside your own body, fully aware but unable to move or speak. It can manipulate television signals, slipping into any screen, TVs, phones, live streams, turning a normal evening into a nightmare broadcast. Once you've been touched by its gaze, you carry that dread forever. This creature is built to haunt you and break you without lifting a hand. It blurs the line between fear and fascination, making every shadow feel alive.
Cloud people, always high above the sky. Cloud people are mysterious entities believed to inhabit the troposphere, the lowest part of the atmosphere. They have one massive eye and a cone-shaped head resembling a cyclops squid or bob. They drift among the clouds with 4 long arms curled around their bodies. Some think they came from the far end of the universe. Others believe they've always been here. They're rarely seen, which is fine by them. These entities know when you're trying to spot them, and they don't like it. Those who felt their focus described the sky pressing down and the clouds shifting too fast, as if that's not going to get more attention. If that happens, you're already on its mind. And if you keep looking up, you might be the reason it comes down. Carolus. The carolers are a tall group of former choir members with large, gaping mouth. That wide-open mouth isn't only for vocalization, but to hypnotize their victims, pulling them into a slow march toward nowhere. They travel in groups of 3 to 5, each one draped in black coats, and as their spindly arms sway, they sing a song only they understand. No one knows what the lyrics mean, though it's probably their cult chant. Unlike those friendly Christmas carolers, these entities won't ask for your tip or food. What they want instead is for you to follow the sound until you can't remember where you were going in the first place. Their harmonies twist into your thoughts, replacing them with a single urge to keep moving toward the source. Even after you escape, the melody has a way of lingering, humming softly in the background of your mind. An encounter with the carolers isn't an instant game over. To survive, you need distance and silence. The moment you catch even a hint of their song, turn away and block your ears with whatever's on hand. Move quickly, but don't run blindly. They're patient and can follow for hours without tiring. But when their voices suddenly stop, you may want to check if you've already joined the chorus. Obelisks. The obelisks are massive black stone structures that appear in remote locations without warning. They're cold to the touch, absorb light unnaturally, and mess with electronics. Standing near one can trigger auditory hallucinations. People hear whispers, numbers, strange names, or full conversations in unfamiliar languages. These effects grow stronger the longer someone stays near it. Some people become obsessed, returning to the obelisk repeatedly, sketching symbols or mumbling in unknown tongues. Others disappear. Scientists who've studied them report corrupted data, memory loss, or sudden abandonment of the research altogether. New obelisks have been discovered in places where none existed before, suggesting either teleportation or spontaneous formation. Nobody has successfully damaged one. They don't move, they don't speak, but they definitely influence. Some believe their messages. Others think they're machines powered by thought. Whatever they are, their presence leaves a permanent psychological mark. The obelisks don't demand worship, but somehow they always get it.
Locust. The Locust is a jet black figure that looks almost too tall and thin to be human. Its arms stretch into sharp, stick-like limbs, each movement jerking with unsettling precision. The face is twisted into something unrecognizable. Hollow eyes sink into sunken sockets, and tube-like appendages snake around its skull, as if grafted on by cold machinery. It feels both alive and manufactured, a silhouette of nightmare and steel. You first encounter it flickering on a TV or computer screen, unmoving until you stare too long. Then its arms burst out of the glass, shards clattering to the the floor. It doesn't crawl or walk, it thrusts itself toward you, feeding on your fear as it rips flesh and bone. Legends say it hunts through any display, TVs, phones, even video calls, breaking the barrier between digital and real to drag you into its darkness and feast on your insides for survival. Despite its brutal purpose, the Locust speaks with a childlike curiosity. It tilts its head and coos confused questions, then lashes out the moment you answer. Its voice is a warped echo of innocence, laced with menace because it barely understands language. That disconnect makes it unpredictable. One moment, it tilts its deformed face as if curious. The next, it lunges with supernatural strength, pinning you under those needle-sharp limbs. It's also known as the Thumper and serves as the main antagonist of Dr. Nowhere's analog horror series, TOE and Smilehood. Whenever it appears on screen, the scene often features vintage wallpaper and muted tones, as though plucked from an old photograph. Pale pink metal parts, tubes, plates, and rods are grafted onto its arms, legs, and chest, glinting under flickering light. Some theorize the Locust is actually a child, or mimicking one, given its curious voice and awkward speech patterns, with mispunctuated titles like Starving, Help, and Love, Thumper. In one notorious clip, text at the end reads, "The body appeared untouched," implying it consumes organs through the screen without leaving external wounds. That eerie detail underlines its predatory ingenuity and cements its place as the first Dr. Nowhere creature given a full narrative on the channel. Its predations extend beyond mere gore. It warps every screen it inhabits, turning trusted technology into a gateway for horror. Facing the Locust isn't just a fight for your life, it's a confrontation with something that shouldn't exist. It reminds you how fragile the line between technology and terror can be. When its hollow eyes lock onto you, it feels like every screen you've ever trusted has turned against you. Filbus. Filbus looks like someone sewed a person onto a chair. Its torso is jet black, smooth as polished wood, while its head and hands are beige, almost bone white. Instead of legs, it stands on 4 stiff supports that flare out like the seat and back of a wooden chair. Perched on its small, round head is a tiny black top hat, giving it a playful but deeply unsettling air. This creature isn't pushing buttons or swinging claws. It's a living advertisement for something called Filbism, a strange online movement that treats chairs as sacred relics. Followers talk about honoring Filbus's great sacrifice by literally eating chairs, debating how to build edible furniture and which chair woods taste best. Mention Filbus in any post or video and the content subtly shifts. Captions start praising chair consumption. Commenters feel an odd urge to buy or chew on chairs, even as they insist the whole thing is nonsense. Filbus itself doesn't roar or stalk. It waits in pictures, lurking at the edge of your screen. Stare too long and you'll feel a tug, as if the chair beneath you is suddenly more than furniture. People describe a flicker in the frame, an extra flash of that tiny top hat, then find themselves craving expensive ergonomic seating or whispering Filbus's name when no one's listening. The more you resist, the tighter Filbus's idea wraps around your mind. It's a commentary on how quickly we surrender to viral trends and online pressures. Filbus shows up exactly where you least expect, on a blog banner, in a meme, even the background of a live stream, and turns simple curiosity into obsession. That creeping compulsion, fueled by a creature built from chairs and hats, is what makes Filbus more than a monster. It's a mirror reflecting how ideas can consume us just as literally as we might consume a chair. That's Filbus.
Spinman. The most prominent feature of the Spinman is its long neck that extends its entire skeletal body. Aside from its fingers, its nose is also long, similar to a mosquito's. It hunts by standing still, waiting for any sign of movement or life before striking. Victims rarely get a second chance. Once it moves, it's impossibly fast. Spinemen can communicate with each other through unknown means. Some claim its gaze alone feels heavy, urging you to twitch or turn. That's all it needs. It doesn't ask English or Spanish, but the first one to move is guaranteed to die.
Guilt. Guilt shows up as a dark mist folding around you, a shape that never stays the same. Guilt is one of Dr. Nowhere's creepiest creations. Its appearance is hard to pin down because it's more about what it makes you feel, but let's paint the picture we've got. Imagine a humanoid figure average height but shrouded in a dark, tattered cloak that looks like it's been through a shredder. The cloak moves like it's alive, fluttering, even when there's no wind, with jagged edges that seem to bleed shadows. Underneath, its body is thin, almost skeletal, with skin so pale it's nearly translucent, like you can see the faint pulse of something unnatural beneath. Its face is where things get really unsettling. Guilt's face is blurred, like a smudged photograph, with features that shift just when you think you've got them figured out. The eyes are the worst, deep, hollow pits that feel like they're staring into your soul, reflecting your worst mistakes back at you. No mouth, just a smooth, empty space where one should be, making it feel like it's silently judging you. Its hands are gnarled, with long, claw-like fingers that twitch like they're itching to grab something, maybe you. The whole vibe of guilt is heavy, like it carries a weight that drags you down just by looking at it. Its presence makes the air feel thick, almost suffocating, and its blurry face seems to change depending on who's looking, like it's pulling your deepest regrets to the surface. This monster's appearance isn't just creepy, it's personal, like it knows you. The only way out is to have no guilt, and that's something we all have. Cone Zone. Cone Zone is a monster that looks sad, but don't let that fool you. It's tall, like really towering over you with a humanoid shape that's all wrong. The body is pitch black, smooth, and shadowy, making it blend into the dark if you're not careful. Its limbs are the creepiest part, super long and thin, like sticks that could snap any second. But they stretch out way farther than they should, giving it this frail, wobbly look. The head is what gives it the name, shaped like a big cone pointed at the top, sitting on those skinny shoulders. The face is pale, almost white, standing out against the black body like a ghost. Its eyes are dark and deep, full of this heavy sadness, like they're staring at you with all the world's regrets. And the expression is always sad, mouth turned down in a permanent frown, no matter what. It has this thin muscle under the skin, making it look weak and inactive, like it hasn't moved in ages, just slouching there with bad posture. Up close, you'd notice how the cone head tapers up sharply. No hair or anything, just that pale face with those melancholic eyes pulling you in. The arms and legs dangle loosely, too long for the body. Fingers probably spindly if you could see them clearly. The whole thing feels deceptive, like it's trying to look harmless with that sad face, but those limbs could reach out and grab you from afar. Its appearance screams loneliness, drawing you closer even when you know better. Picturing it in a dim room, that pale face glowing faintly, eyes locking on yours, it's enough to make you feel uneasy, like it's mirroring your own hidden sadness. This monster's look is all about that mix of pity and terror. That's the Cone Zone. Cone Zones are deceptive entities that most commonly emerge during the 0.001% phenomenon, a fleeting event experienced by psychiatric ward patients. In those moments, they project an aura of harmlessness, often initiating or inviting conversation in soft, hesitant tones. But any engagement only accelerates the victim's descent into madness. Their silent, almost motionless stance masks a predatory intelligence, and their true nature is shrouded in mystery. Because once you realize what's happening, it is too late.
Skinless Insulter. You're never going to rage bait someone online once you encounter Skinless Insulter. This entity isn't just capable of dissing you back, but can know your location and show up in front of you to insult you in flesh. It's a skinless, distorted copy of the person who provoked it, complete with censored eyes and an unnerving stare. By then, words won't hurt, but everything else will. Longboy Bonsai. He's just an entity who loves to dance and is completely harmless. Not much is known about Longboy Bonsai beyond scattered reports and encounters. He stands on 4 thin, tendril-like legs with equally slender arms, and he moves in slow, deliberate sways that can suddenly shift into frantic, aggressive motions if he's angered. Some say this change is territorial. Others think it's just bad mood swings with choreography. His most striking feature is a long neck topped with a face, like the sun glowing bright enough to make staring painful. The light hides any clear features, making his expressions unreadable, though witnesses believe he can somehow judge the faces of others. This suggests an intelligence that goes beyond mindless movement. There's also the strange claim that he fought in the Plurian War of 08, though no one knows what that means. Whatever the truth, it's best to keep his dance floor clear. Watchtower. The Watchtower shares a very close semblance to the Watchtowers, and possibly the same family or behavior. Though despite that visual similarity, the Watchtower looks more like a water tower, planted firmly on the edge of civilization. Its most striking feature is a single massive eye at the top, unblinking and fixed on the horizon. No one knows who built it or why it's there, but its presence feels deliberate, like a boundary marker that never sleeps. Stories say it reacts to those who cross a certain invisible line. Anyone who wanders too far beyond the city limits tends not to return, leaving only rumors of instant disintegration. It doesn't patrol or it doesn't speak. This thing just waits, letting the eye decide who leaves and who stays.